They're 2, they're 4, they're 6, they're 8. Shunting, roll, stacking, hauling freight. Red, green, purple, yellow, orange, brown, blue. They're the really useful crew. Always different roles to play. Round the west of the island or far away. Down the hills and round the bends. Thomas, Sam, and friends. Thomas, Adam, and friends. If you take a look around you, the island of Sodor is a pretty diverse place. What I mean by that is that every vehicle and engine that lives on the island has different abilities and come in all different shapes and sizes. But they're not the only examples. As we all know, tourists come from all over the world to visit the island, and them and the people that actually live on Sodor have different appearances as well. Although, there are some complications when it comes to physical appearances, some that can actually be more severe than others if they prolong, and that's what we'll find out today. It all started when Edward was dropping off a group of female students to the school on his Branchline, at an all-girls school on the hill north of Brendam Docks with a small station somewhat similar to Abbey at the bottom. But out of every student he dropped off, there was one lass whom Edward loved the most.
Well, look who it is. Miss Sarah Hatt.
Oh, quit being weird around me. My friends will think there's something between us.
How could there be any lust up in the air? I'm a talking train, and you're a teenage girl.
Oh, whatever. Lovely to see you again.
Sarah, or Sarah Hatt, is Sir Richard Topham Hatt and Samantha Hatt's daughter, and is currently in her preteen years because she, along with her older brother Jacob, live with them atop a manor on the outskirts of Wellsworth. Every morning, Richard, or Calvin Plumber, his American first cousin once removed, would drop Bridget off at Wellsworth for Edward's morning train to the Brendam School, and then drop Jacob off before heading to work at Topham Hatt's office at Knapford, or with Calvin, Henry's forest with Susie.
You know, you should count yourself lucky I acted the way I did. This is a girls-only school, where a potential engagement later in life is non-existent. Most couples meet in school, you know.
Sometimes I do find that a bit odd. If people really feel that way, how come this school passed its 150th birthday last year?
That's a good question. I don't really know, but boy is this peninsula older than me.
Say, do you know any steam engine that old?
Scarloey and his brother miraculously reached that milestone back in 2015, and Stepney will be turning 150 in December next year.
Dang, those engines must have worked hard throughout their lives. A bit like me in the past month.
What do you mean?
Well, the Topham family and I have recently started going to the Brendam gym in this area near the hills of the China clay pits as a New Year's resolution. I've been working out there recently for the past month.
Really now? That's wonderful! Congratulations! Are you getting swole lately?
Maybe, though part of the deal was that my brother would temporarily take swim lessons on the weekends while I go take an exercise class.
Sounds like you're having a blast. How often do you go there?
After school from 4 to 5 on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I've even gotten some of my best friends to come join me.
Sarah and Edward chatted for a few before the station master showed up.
Noi, driver, go to second.
Alright then, I'll be back in a moment, Edward, and then we can leave.
Alright, driver.
Hey, Edward, before you go, do you mind if I take a selfie with you?
Sure, why not?
But as Sarah walked along its footplate, Edward began to get worried.
Sarah, I need you to get down from my footplate, please.
What? Why?
Look, I get what you're doing, and I apologize for saying this, but it's against railway regulations.
Yeah, I understand. I'll just jump down and get to the edge of the platform.
Just be careful.
2 seconds later.
Hashtag chillin' with the cute wise guy.
Wow, this looks great.
Yeah, it does. I mean...
As Sarah looked down at the picture, she could have sworn she saw something on her that was a little too horizontal.
Sarah, are you alright?
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm fine. I just...
Just what?
Edward, do I look overweight to you in this picture?
No, not at all. What are you talking about?
Sorry, I've just been feeling a little anxious about my weight lately because of...
Sorry, Sarah, but I have to go. You should get to class as well.
Okay, bye, Edward.
Her insecurities in question came from her workout class at the Brendam gym.
And then I said, You seriously need better makeup to make you fix your unpretty attitude.
Girl, what?
Alright, girls, let's go. Get in line.
And the person coaching the girls was none other than a man named Ethan Jackson. Mr. Jackson was a very tough and swole dude, and was replacing the previous woman who had retired not long before Sarah and her friends came.
It seems like you've been having a bit too much fun while you were off. You think just because it's the weekend means you get to neglect your responsibilities?
But sir, we haven't been neglecting anything. We did our schoolwork and workouts like we were supposed to.
You weren't supposed to gain an additional 10 pounds, Sarah. I can see it in your face, your arms, and your legs. Have you forgotten what my name means in Sudric?
It means man of muscle.
Exactly. How on earth could you be so careless enough to— Wait a minute, don't tell me. I know what it is. You've been hanging out with that McDonald's addict of a dad, haven't you? The controller of the NWR could never control how much of a whale he is.
Hey, don't talk about my dad like that.
And don't you ever talk to me like that, unless you're spoken to or I say otherwise. Alright, let's go, girls. 3, 2, 1... Come on, put some effort into it. Burn off those fat calories. Burn, burn, burn.
I love that song. Sarah told me they were exercising to that. I just hope she isn't too worn out.
I'm worn out.
Wow, that was quite the workout.
Yeah, I know. I'm tired.
Hi, tired. I'm Mr. Jackson, and I'm here to tell you to suck it up.
Dang, my entire body's worn out.
Good, because working through your own pain, sweat, and tears is how you make it in life.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine, Alyssa.
Well, if you say so, Mindy.
At least for you, it's over now. Great job today, everyone. Y'all may be dismissed. But before you go, I need to see your lunch.
Mr. Jackson checked through everyone's lunchboxes from earlier at the labels of what type of junk or healthy food they ate.
Good.
But when he got to Sarah's bag...
Oh no.
And this is why I always yell at you. I'm sick of seeing you killing yourself in your stomach with the gazillion bags of food that belongs in the trash. You're a young woman, not an animal, so grow up and learn how to be a man like the rest of the world. Just get out. I'll see you on Wednesday, and you better be healthy, or else.
That evening, Edward backed down to his coaches for he and Gordon's evening trains. Since Gordon was away at York visiting his brother for his final days of centenary, Rebecca took over. As per usual, the express departed at 6:25 for the main line, while Edward left 5 minutes later at 6:30 with his train for the Brendam Branchline. But as he puffed along the outskirts of Wellsworth, he heard something a bit disturbing.
You're a young woman, not an animal, so grow up and learn how to be a man like the rest of the world.
Blimey, what's that?
I don't know, old boy, but it sounded a bit like it came from Stopmatt's mansion.
Very early the next morning, all the engines at Wellsworth Yard were fast asleep, until Edward suddenly awoke to some strange noises.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, hey, Edward.
Sarah? What are you doing here so early?
Oh, nothing much. I'm just working out a bit by doing some jumping jacks and running to get here. Sorry I woke you up, but moving your body early in the morning is good for you, right?
Indeed. How early is it anyway?
4:30 a.m.
Whoa, what a time to be out and about while the sun wakes up from down under. Does the Fat Controller and the rest of your family know you're out?
Yeah, they know I'm out.
Well, speaking of which, I wanted to ask you something. Last night, when I was passing Topham Hall, I wasn't sure, but I could have sworn I heard someone puking.
Oh.
Is everyone in your family all right?
I didn't hear anyone last night while I was asleep. Must have been Sir Topham Hatt. You know how obsessive his fast food is.
Are you all right, Sarah? You're sweating like mad.
Oh, fine. I'm just tired from exercising. Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. It gets very cold in the morning due to this time of year in the winter. I can understand still sweating in the cold after a workout, but with the amount of water dripping out of your hair...
Oh yeah, I'm totally not sweating out of being nervous. Anyways, I gotta get back to the mansion and chill before school in a few hours. Bye!
Wait, Sarah? If If I had known any better, she's acting a little sus.
Alright, girls, have a great boring day at school.
It was early afternoon, and Edward was filling up on water before his local passenger train on the main line. But as he was resting, he noticed a cop car driving over the Wellsworth Bridge. He was pondering on where it was going until he saw Neville backing up to his coaches.
Wait, Neville? What are you doing with my passenger train?
Oh, good tidings, Edward. I have some news for you. The station master at Knapford told me that you're to head over to the school at Brendam. He said it's urgent.
Really? What's going on over there?
He didn't say, other than there was some kind of emergency, and I'm to take over your next train.
Right, I'm on my way. Thanks, Neville.
Good luck. When Edward got to the school, he was surprised to see everyone else on the Brendam branch there, but they weren't the only ones. Near the school was a huge commotion of people, Sir Topham Hatt and his wife Samantha, Harold, and a whole group of policemen.
What the? Philip? Bishop? Boko? Derek? What's going on?
Sir Topham Hatt's daughter has gone missing.
What? Missing? How? And when?
About an hour ago, the headmistress caught her running off school grounds without authorizing. Unfortunately, she left her phone in class, so they weren't able to track her location, thus getting the police involved.
I do hope she's okay, wherever she is.
So if you see her, please call 999 immediately. Further news, House TV has finally reached 1,000 subscribers. Hey, don't break the fourth wall!
Alright, I'll take that into account.
I can't believe some people are stupid enough to ditch their education.
Oh dear, where could she have gone off to?
Fizzling fireboxes!
Back at Wellsworth Sheds, the Branchline fleet were rallied up by Albert, Sir Topham Hatt's assistant.
Good evening, engines. As we all know, Sarah Hatt has gone missing. Since Sir Topham Hatt's currently looking for his daughter, I will be in charge of the Northwestern Railway for the time being. The police and Hatt family haven't tracked down Sarah yet, but they reckon that she is along the areas of either Wellsworth or the Sudbury Brendam Peninsula. Work will continue as normal, so I advise you all to keep your eyes open for Sarah. And if you do see her or anything else that could possibly relate, report it to us immediately. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Right, I'm off back to Knapford. You all have a good rest now.
And the engines did just that. But not without the shocking thought of their controller's daughter's disappearance keeping them awake a little longer, especially when it came to Edward's mind. Out of everything that he and Sarah had been through lately, the wise old engine could definitely tell that something was clearly wrong with her. However, he never expected something like this to occur. All he could do at this point was pray for the best, but it wasn't long before the revelation of a dark truth. But that is a story for another day. Oh, my voice there.